Hello, welcome to my channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. And you also probably know that I took a break, but I'm back. I'm ready to start uploading more videos and crafting. But also this month we are celebrating a year since I uploaded my first junk journal video. So I decided that this is gonna be my 1 year anniversary. Yay! So a year ago, June 1st, today actually it's not June 1st, it's June 9th, but on June 1st of 2023, I uploaded my first video where I showed Azul. So I had recently made my first junk journal and I decided to talk about it and tell people. I was very fascinated by it, by the idea of junk journals, and so that's why I started uploading junk journal videos. I know my channel is a little bit older and I have some 3, I guess, random videos before, but I thought that in my junk journal era, we're gonna decide that June 1st it's our anniversary. So to celebrate that, I thought I would do a video a little bit different where we can do some crafting together, but at the same time talk about the 5 things I've learned in this year of junk journaling. So let's get started. So I made a list. The first thing I learned is that anything can be junk journal material. And this is basically why I wanted to make Azul, my blue journal. I talk about this journal constantly on this channel, but I'm going to link that first video where I show this journal. So basically I made this with a lot of junk mail and newsletters that my son brings from school, a lot of paper that we normally receive a ton. I've worked in several pages, but I'm still not done with working on this journal. And the cover was a piece of cardboard that was an advertisement that came in the mail, and I covered that with magazine covers. Everything that I used in this journal, it was considered trash. So I didn't use anything new for that. Except the stickers. I guess the stickers are new. The ribbon, I bought it secondhand, and I think the beads as well, I bought it secondhand. I put the corners later. The corners are new, but when I first made this, I didn't spend any money on it because I had glue, I had my waxed threads from my jewelry making, so I didn't have to buy anything, and that was what fascinated me about junk journals. And I know I keep talking about this, that I love reusing materials, and so I thought we would craft reusing some material today. So I have this popsicle box. It's a SpongeBob popsicle. I cut the SpongeBob on the other side to give my son. I made him a popsicle with the box. And so I thought we could use a lot of this box. It's not in great condition, but you can still use it. I mean, I've used these boxes like this to make journal covers, but since I don't have this panel here, you cannot do that. But all these tabs and flaps, they can be great journaling cards and journaling tags. So let's start working on that. But before, let's talk, oops, I uncover all of them. Before, let's talk about my second item in the list, is that I look at things trash particularly differently. And it kind of goes hand in hand with the first one, that anything can be junk journal material. But that meant for me that now everything I see is like, oh my God, I can use this for this and that. And it's been great for my creativity. Like I have here some tags from a purse I bought, and they're great. We can do something with them. Let's see if we have time. Maybe we'll work on those tags as well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my paper trimmer here, and I'm gonna cut this flap Let's see if this works. Well, I'm gonna do it like this first. I could use my craft knife as well, but I just don't feel like it. So I'm just gonna, I trimmed that a little bit longer than what it needs. I need to get rid of that, but now we can kind of make it the right measurement we want. So it's even, so I'm gonna do the, oops, maybe that wasn't even. Okay, there we go. So this one, you know, it has that shape, particular shape. I don't know what type of shape that is. And you could make it a rectangle to make a tag shape. But I actually like it like this, and it can be like a interesting journaling card. It doesn't have to be, you know, a tag shape. And in that same category of that, I look at things differently now. I got this book recently. I went to a state sale, and I would have never bought this book. That it's very, oh, look at it. And it's from when? Let's see. 1971. I would have never bought a book like this if it wasn't because now I think I want to use it for my junk journals. So that's one of the ways that I look at things differently. Now, anyone could look at this and say, oh my God, that book is so old, it's falling apart. But I see this cover here and I say, that's a beautiful coffee dyed paper looking, right? And it's cardboard, so you could cut it and make a journaling card. Maybe you don't even need to do anything here if you like the design. So I thought I would use pages from this to decorate this, and we're gonna make a very simple tag for this because why not? Things don't have to be complicated in junk journal. Actually, that's not one of the things I wrote in my list, but let's add that as a bonus. Things don't have to be complicated. You can make simple tags. You can make simple journaling cards. Okay, so let's look at what's the next one. You don't need fancy supplies and tools. So you just saw me using my paper trimmer, but this is the only thing I have. I do want to get a guillotine. I think it would be much easier for me to cut cardboard like this, especially the ones from boxes. But I don't have space to store a guillotine at the moment. And I don't know, I've been okay with this. I bought this on Amazon a while ago. It wasn't expensive. It's nothing fancy. And then what I would suggest is that you get a metal ruler. I got this at Target. It's a Up and Up brand, so it was probably very cheap. And a craft knife that you can also buy, an inexpensive one. Nothing has to be fancy or brand names. You can find a lot of stuff. And even if you don't have, you know, I use this glue stick and I use this glue, this art glitter glue, which is great. I love this glue. But when I started doing junk journals, I didn't have any of this, and I used a school glue stick and school glue because they were the materials that my son had, and that's what I used. And nothing has fallen apart. Well, although I don't know, because a lot of the first journals that I made using these glues, I gave them away, so I don't know. I haven't received complaints, but I didn't have all the fancy materials when I started. If you've been watching a lot of videos, because that was my case, I watched a lot of videos before I said, oh my God, I really want to make a journal, but I didn't have the supplies that I've seen other creators. Don't be afraid. You do have the supplies. Even if you don't have glue, you can go to the store and buy the cheapest glue and you're gonna be fine. Then as you move forward in your junk journaling journey, maybe you'll want to get more expensive glue or better quality glue, but to start, I would say any school glue would work. Any cheap glue stick would work. Any scissors, I'll show you the scissors. Cannot find my scissors, but you've probably seen me using the blue scissors I have. Those scissors are like, I don't know, 15 years old. I don't know where they came from. They've always been in my house, and they're kind of kids scissors, but they're still pretty good. And then I bought these ones just because they're cute and because I wanted something with a finer tip. I bought them from Temu for like $1 or something. You don't need special scissors. Any scissor would do it. And you know, I don't have a scoreboard. I do wish I could have one, but then again, the same with the guillotine. I don't have the space to store those. And I use this plastic knife from, where did I buy this? I think these are from Target, but IKEA also has tons of this. If you had a toddler, you probably still have some knives like this. They're great scoring tools. I'll show you. So I did buy this. This mat has been great, this cutting mat. If you want to get, you know, to start cutting with a knife like this, I would recommend you buy a cutting mat. Okay, so you want to score, let's say here at the 15 centimeter mark in my mat. So I put my ruler and then I'm gonna go over with my knife a couple of times, a few times, and then I have a score line. This is watercolor paper that I have here, but you know, I made a score line. It's doable. Again, you don't need all the fancy supplies. I would say maybe the fancy supplies to make your life easier, but if you're just starting, as I was just starting a year ago, it's okay not to have the materials. Again, I still don't have a lot of material, and it's been a year of me making junk journals. Okay, so going back to our project, I'm gonna pick a page. Look at this one. Oh, this is very old paper. You can tell because it's falling apart. So I'm gonna cover this side with the paper, and I guess I'm just gonna do it like this, kind of randomly. So this is gonna be my glue surface. Oops, I've been stamping. I was unable to craft for a few weeks, and as soon as I finished my project that I was working on for work, I tried to craft. My brain was kind of dead. I couldn't think of anything, but I did glue some paper on a piece of cardboard like this one to make a couple of tags, and then I stamped them. So that's why there were stamps there, because really I needed to do something different. Okay, so I just put glue on my cardboard, and then I'm just gonna put this. I'm not being very careful. I use this card to smooth things over. And now here we have the option to either cover the whole thing, and maybe I'll do that because I was gonna remove that, but maybe I'll cover this part, and then we'll do some writing paper on the other side. So I'm gonna cut around here, following just the shape of my piece of cardboard. I always make tons of tags with these pieces. They're great cardboard or cardstock. Oh, that's falling apart, but that's okay. So I'm gonna add more glue there. So I want to cover those pieces of glue with more glue and this paper, and that it's very, very fragile because it's very old. Honestly, I just went to the state fair, to look for junk journal materials. That's all I think about it now. Oh my god, I'm making a mess. This is very okay. Another thing I just learned, this paper, it's very, 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 very thin. So not thin, just falling apart because it's old. Okay, so that's gonna be our background. We'll take care of, you know, the mistakes later because that's not the end of it. We're gonna continue working on it. So let's do, I want to cover the back so that we can have our writing surface. So I'm gonna use some of my dyed paper. I did this with tea. I love the color of tea. So I think I'm gonna continue doing more tea dyeing paper. I love coffee as well, but oops, where's my thing here? Okay, so this is gonna be good for that. But the tea, I don't know, it just has a great color. So again, I'm not gonna measure anything. I'm just gluing and then we cut. It's easier when you're using a thicker base, so you can use that as a guide to cut. You can measure, but in my experience, when things don't have, you know, a regular shape like this one, it's easier to just cut it afterwards. I am going to try to line this one here. Oops, am I close enough? And yes, you're probably wondering if I'm gluing all over my mat. Yes, I am. I put that piece of paper there, but it was too small. I'm gonna go over with my card. Again, this came in the mail. Nothing fancy. Free materials, free supplies, free tools everywhere. So let's do number, what is it? Number 4. Oh, number 4. Style is not that important. So when I first started my junk journaling journey, I was very concerned about what my style was. In general, I'm not a person that has a style. I like, you know, certain colors and certain ideas, but I don't necessarily stick to one style in particular. And I thought that I needed to have a style for my junk journals. And because mostly I've seen a lot of different styles from other creators, and I didn't know how to find my style. So that's why, again, going back to Zool, I decided to use blue as a prompt. So every page that I've worked on this journal has something blue. And so that I could discover what my style was. And I played around, you know, with grungy things. I love this page so much. But I think when I'm journaling, I think my style is very eclectic. I enjoy adding different things. I love flowers, so everything's gonna have some botanical aspect. I do like some more abstract, like this one. This one, it's very eclectic. It has some grungy and vintage aspects to it, but also some colorful and markers and paint and all other elements. So yeah, I would say that for the most part, that would be my style, a very eclectic style. But when I make journals, I make them all different. So I still have this one. This was my second attempt at a chubby chick. My first one was the mini chubby chick. I'm gonna link that video. That I gifted that to someone, but this one I haven't gifted it, and I don't know why. I think I like it too much and I'm kind of attached to it because I put a lot of effort in trying to achieve a chubby chick style without using fancy materials again. And also I don't use printables, digitals, mostly because I don't have a printer at home and because I like the idea of looking for images and materials in free stuff or secondhand books, stuff like that. So when I made this journal, I really didn't know what I was getting into it. I just knew that shabby was gonna have some pastel colors and lace, so I used a lot of that, and I truly enjoyed it. I also made sure that nothing was gonna look perfect, that we're gonna have some grungy elements in here, like vintage. And I used, this is an old magazine from the 70s, so I used a lot of old materials to put in here, and I truly enjoy it. And I don't know if I should give this away, use it for myself. I still don't know. I like to look at it. I think it's a great inspiration. I just look at it and I'm like, oh, it's I remember when I made this. So maybe I'll keep this. Maybe I'll write on it. Maybe I'll collage on it. I don't know. But I wanted to try a different style, and I think I do like shabby chic a lot. I don't think I would do just that. I think I like to incorporate elements of shabby chic in my eclectic style. And then this is a sneak peek to the journal I'm working on, that I've been working on, I guess, for now months. But again, I had to take a break, so I haven't been working on it. The signatures are not sewn in yet. I've been working on the pages one by one, basically. So this is the other thing about style. I didn't have a style in mind for this one. I have a person in mind. So this is going to go for a very special person that I know. I'm thinking about this person and what they would like. And so that's how I've been choosing the materials to put in here. This is also the first one that I use fabric for the cover. And this one, what it has interesting about it is that it's going to be full of pockets. Not every page, but most of the pages are going to have a pocket. So I don't want to show you all of it, just a sneak peek, because then I want to make a flip through when I'm done. I've noticed that I'm putting a lot of shabby chic elements here in garden, but I tend to gravitate to garden style. I guess that would be kind of shabby chic, but not necessarily, doesn't have to necessarily be shabby chic, because shabby chic has to be vintage as well. But because I like flowers and butterflies and insects in general, I tend to gravitate a lot to what a garden journal would be. So this is going to be, I'm thinking about the person, I'm thinking about the pockets, but I'm also adding some shabby chic elements. And this is why I think style is not important. Because if you decide that you have a style and that you're going to make journals of that just style, you're limiting yourself. If you have an open mind and just have another idea about what you're creating, you can explore different styles. I don't know, that's my opinion. This should be dry now, so we're going to cut around. So let me know in the comments below what's your favorite style. What you do if you make journals, what's your favorite style to make a journal? Or if you journal, what's your journaling style? Because maybe you just write, but do you make like collages and stuff like that? What's your style for collages? So I'll save this, because again, as going back to number 2, I look at things differently. This is not a piece of trash anymore. This can be used. It's a problem because then I accumulate too many things. Okay, so we have that interesting shape, and this is something you can either put in a pocket like this or like this. So we're gonna have to decide that. I kind of want to round these corners, so let's do that. I'm gonna use my big corner rounder. Oops. So now we have this irregular shape, which I think it's pretty cool. And so we have writing space in the back. I need to cut a tiny bit here. And let's decorate the front. And as I said before, I guess, was this the bonus thing I learned? Or maybe this is advice for beginners, young journalers. Things don't have to be complicated. We're gonna do this very simple. We're gonna do stickers. Okay, this is my newest sticker box. Oh, I need to use more of those butterflies. Okay, so I kind of want to use the big flower stickers, but I don't know which one. We'll see. Because this is long, I kind of want a long flower. And then maybe a butterfly, because why not? Oh, maybe this tulip. Or maybe something bigger, like this one. Yeah, this one works. Now I'm doubting myself. Okay, I want to have a lot of things. I can put more than one. What if I put that and some of these lavenders? Or, yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's see what we can find from here. Or maybe the daisies. What would work? Daisies or lavender? Honestly, I don't know if these are lavenders or lilacs. Does anyone know? Can someone tell me? Or maybe it's just a combination of them? Maybe that's what it is. Is that too much? Okay, let's do that one. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. Oh, I do use forceps for, you know, the materials that you need. This is something that I got early on because I realized I'm not good at taking stickers. I mean, it's not a fancy item, but it is something I had to buy. So I like to push the transparent stickers like this to get rid of the air bubbles so that it doesn't look as shiny. And then I really love how it looks with the text behind. I should have probably used something with less space, but we're gonna cover that space. Okay, that one like that. Oh, it's very pretty. I love that I can see the letters. Can you see that? I love that I can see the letters behind the rose. Just beautiful. So I've been using my number stamp a lot, and I think I want to do that. So let's do it in brown. I'm not gonna use those stickers. I never know what's this orientation. I guess that's the first. Okay, we're gonna make this empty. So I like to double check because I'm really bad with orientation. Okay. So it's like that. The empty space, it's on the other side and what I thought it would be. So I'm just gonna clean that. I don't know if you can see, but the empty space there, I'm gonna clean it so it doesn't leave that much residue because I'm gonna have to stamp this way. So I'm just gonna put it where that empty space is. Oh, nice. The 3 it didn't end up being full, but that's okay. It gives it more of a old vintage look. Look at that. Simple, you know, stamp stickers. And maybe I'll use this. I just stamp in random pieces of paper some butterflies, and I've been using them as labels. Maybe this one. Okay, but I need to get rid of the excess. There. Okay, inks. Yes, I do use a lot of inks. That's one of the supplies that I would recommend you to get. It's fun. It's fun. But again, you don't have to buy expensive materials. You can go to a thrift store and find them secondhand, I'm sure. Okay, like that. Oh, am I out of frame? Maybe. Do we want something else? This is always the hard part because then I want to keep going and going and going. I think I like how simple this is. And I was just talking about how things don't have to be complicated and they can be simple. So we're gonna leave it as is. And again, I would say this. If you want to buy a supply, let's say you already have scissors and glue, and if you want to buy something to start your junk journaling adventure, buy yourself a brown ink and a dabber. Or, you know, I started with a makeup sponge, with this one. It's all, you know, full of ink now, but when I started, I didn't have a dabber. So I had this makeup sponge that I never liked for makeup. I never used it. It was too hard. So that's what I've been using. I used this for months before I got this, and I bought this secondhand. So again, nothing fancy. You can buy makeup sponges for cheap. Don't buy a beauty blender. I would say don't even buy a beauty blender for your makeup. You can buy other brands that are cheaper than the beauty blender brand. This is not makeup advice. I love how this turned out. Look at that. I don't know. I just love it. Simple, easy, nothing other than the stickers, nothing else. It's fancy. You have, you know, you have boxes. You buy food in box. You're gonna have tabs like this, and this just looks interesting, and it can go in a pocket in a journal, and it's gonna be, you know, super cool. I like it. I put this away, and I guess that would bring us to number 5. Oh, number 5, and this is a controversial one. I don't like journaling as much as I like making journals. Okay, that doesn't mean I don't like journaling. I like journaling. I just don't do it often. I have blue. This is my personal journal. I actually, let me see when I made it. I put the date in here. I didn't make it in June. I made it. I made it in April. Why did it take me so long to upload the video? So I made this journal in April 2023. So it's over a year. And I still have pages to work on. I enjoy when I sit and work on it, but it's not something that I would do every day. I'm just not an everyday journaler, but I do enjoy making journals, and I could work making a journal every day. Like if I had more time, I would have finished that journal that I just showed you, the one with the pockets, because for a couple of weeks I was working almost daily on that journal, just finding, you know, thinking about it, getting the cover stuff ready, getting the pages for the signatures ready. That's something I could do on a daily basis. Sitting and writing or collaging on my journal is not something that I do very often. So I do enjoy making a journal more than journaling itself. It's just how it is. We're gonna leave it at this for now. So we just made one journaling card tag. You can always put a thing in a ribbon. I don't want to put a ribbon. I like that it's irregular sides and it's very simple. So I'm gonna just use it like this. It's probably gonna go in that pocket journal. Oh, one thing that I haven't done in a lot of my ephemera that I've created is that I haven't put Mod Podge on top. I use matte Mod Podge to mattify the stickers. I'll show you in another video, I guess. Maybe I don't know, it's not gonna be an interesting video, but maybe I'll upload the pictures or something so that you can see the difference. This part of journal making is my favorite, making ephemera. I just love it. I mean, I'll show you. These are the other ones that I made this week. It's just fun. It's relaxing. It's just easy, and you just let it go. I think it's just, for me, this is like collaging. It's fun. Okay, so too much talking for today. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for waiting while I was away. I hope to start uploading more regularly now. I can't promise, but you know, it's not gonna be a month again. I don't even know how long it's been since I uploaded my last video. Thank you again, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.